I just quickly, sorry, I'm doing like 20 things here. Just give me 2 seconds. I apologize. But the Springboks on the other side. Okay, Coach, can you just take us through the selections for this this weekend? I see Rico is back into the starting mix, and why that decision was taken. Obviously, Russ is injured. So can you just give us an idea of what the selections are about?
Yeah, thanks, Mo, for your question. Yes, Manny's injured, and I thought Danko did well when he came off the bench, so it's really a straight swap for us. Yeah, for team just to continue with his form, especially off the bench. We know what to expect against Edinburgh. It will be tough, especially with the conditions, but we're looking forward to a great game on the weekend.
I guess the to you, Francke, is the guys started off a bit slow last week, and you're going to have to try and make sure that this weekend you don't follow a similar pattern and have a good start. But just take us through what you guys have done this week then to rectify that specific error in your play.
Yeah, thanks, Morgan. Yeah, I think we actually started off really well. I mean, the first 5 to 6 minutes against the Stormers went according to plan, and yeah, we lost a bit of momentum and took a really long time for us to gain it back. So big focus this week was just on how quickly can we turn the momentum in our favor again. And I think we had a really good week of preparation and traveling. Got here on yesterday, and so now it's just getting used to the conditions. But we definitely have a plan on turning the momentum back in our favor a lot quicker and earlier than how we struggled this weekend.
Thanks, Morgan.
Can I?
Yeah, Carl, go for it.
Coach, Edinburgh last weekend suffered when they tried to play rugby. The second half, they went back to a kicking game and everything, and they won the game with the goal kicking. It's going to be wet on Saturday. What do you expect from them?
Yeah, thanks for your question, Nicole. Yeah, we look at Edinburgh, and especially with Sean Everett being the head coach, with a little bit of insight in terms of how we want to play the game. So just looking at them, you're right with the kicking plan. I think they will come with a lot of attacking kicks and try and get in behind us. So something that we identified as an area where we need to be sharp. I think with the conditions, it will be a territory game, but in general, Edinburgh, their DNA is they love to play, but we expect a balance between a kicking game and a running game from them.
And your last 20 minutes is based on all-out fire running rugby. Are you going to adapt to the weather, or are you going to try and play your old patterns?
No, definitely. We have to respect the conditions. We're going to have our meeting in the next 20 minutes. We'll have a meeting just in terms of how we want to approach the game. But just from his previous experience, we know that the conditions here, it's tough. It's not easy to play here. We know against Edinburgh at home, it will be a tough game with regards to conditions, the fans. Yeah, from experience, we've learned that if you find a balance between your running and your kicking game, you'll probably get a good result.
Appreciate it, sir.
Thank you, Carl. Anyone else, guys?
Yeah, I can go.
Yes, Walter.
Hi, Coach. From the team sheet, it looks like you guys picked the strongest team available to you at this stage, barring 1 or 2 injuries that were left at home, and that's not on the tour. So obviously you guys are targeting to do well in this match and try and go for the points.
100%. Thanks, Walter, for your question. Now, we touched on that 25 minutes just before halftime. We had a good start and not clinical enough in that 25 minutes just before halftime. Second half, with the bench coming on, we made those guys made a huge impact. And if you look at the game, it's probably 1 pass, 1 slip tackle, 1 kick that wasn't on the money. So from our point of view, this week is about being accurate for 80 minutes. It's about playing the conditions. It's about being physical and direct. And yeah, we're looking forward to a great game.
Okay, and then a question for both of you. Something that it was a bit strange that the Lions obviously had a few months in a pre-season, but it just looked in that period that you described, it didn't look like the team was sharp. Can you maybe just try and explain what you think caused that?
Yes, 100%. And watching the game, and we touch on just our work rate, and it's something that we really worked hard on in pre-season, our fitness. And I think it's down to just not being accurate enough in it at 25 minutes. We allowed the Stormers to get away with kicks in behind us, to offload. Yeah, and also which with great kicks, put us back in our 22. And yeah, we had a hard chat about just being more clinical. And yeah, we saw in the second half with the bench coming on, great impact. And yeah, and obviously the right guys at the right moment. So we're really happy with the effort in the second half.
Francke, kan jy ook net antwoord daar, wat dink jy, hoekom was die span nie skerp in daai tweede deel van die eerste helfte teen die Stormers nie?
Ja, ek sal nie noodwendig sê ons was nie skerp nie. Soos wat coach Ricky gesê het, ek dink ons het 'n paar foute gemaak en toe ons self onder druk gesit. En sodra 'n span momentum kry, is dit baie moeilik om daai momentum te in jou guns te draai. So ek sal nie noodwendig sê dat dit skerpheid was nie. Ek dink ons moet net wanneer ons onder druk is, beter besluite maak en dan in die regte areas van die veld speel, soos wat ons gedoen het tweede helfte. En ja, toe kon julle sien was die hele ander ballgame gewees.
Okay, and then coach, and last one from me. One other thing that I noticed in the game, a few times it happened that players were trying to delay the pass and then throw a short pass, and those balls looked like they went to ground. The receiving player wasn't expecting that pass. Is it also something that you guys worked on and maybe sorted out for this game?
Yeah, we touch on just being more direct, and we saw the second half. We tried to go backdoor, as we say in terms of our attack language. Yeah, maybe too many passes out the back door. And second half, we decided just to be more direct and try and stay on top of the Stormers. And yeah, we saw the impact. Great carries. We got quick ball. We could put them under pressure with ball in hand.
Okay, and then the last one from me. What's the weather conditions like there at the moment?
Wet and cold. So we expect the conditions to be tough on Saturday. But yeah, we have to, from our side, we have to adapt and respect the conditions.
Thanks. Good luck. Thank you, Walter.
Yeah, thank you.
Anyone else, guys?
Yeah, can I jump in?
Sure, Ross, go for it.
Thanks, Janiso. How's it, guys? Coach, last year you guys got a really good win over Edinburgh there, playing them away again. Can you guys take a lot of confidence from that, and does that give you a bit of a boost heading into this game, knowing that although they did have a bad season last year, you know, you guys sort of knocked over a big one in their backyard last year?
100%, Ross. Thanks for your question. Yeah, I think just looking at them, they just got internationals across the board. But in saying that, we can take a lot of confidence out of our previous encounter against them. We know what to expect. And I think especially with Sean Everett being the head coach, they will have a little bit of insight in terms of our game plan. But yeah, we're looking forward to a nice chess game, and hopefully we can come up on top of the result.
And Francke, obviously, a lot of players managed to stick around at the Lions over the pre-season. You guys have been through a whole season last year together, kept the core group together. Has that sort of changed your guys' goals for the season? And are you guys looking a lot higher than you were in previous seasons and what you want to achieve?
Yeah, Ross, like you said, a lot of guys stayed and we had a good pre-season together. That's why the weekend was a little bit disappointing for us because we obviously target that. But we knew when we're coming on tour, it's going to be tough. But yeah, we have the same players for the last 2 years, so it gives us a lot of confidence. And definitely, I mean, your goal can't be the same, so we're definitely aiming higher and to get as much wins as possible on tour to kickstart the campaign really good.
And then, Coach, just a word on the Boks. Obviously, massive weekend, World Cup final, the All Blacks. How have you seen their campaign so far? And would you like to give us a cheeky little prediction for the weekend?
I'm not good with predictions, but I think just looking at the game, yeah, massive opportunity. And firstly, congratulations to the Boks, all the coaches, the players and staff, just for making another final. But I think looking forward to this game, it will be an arm wrestle, and it might be 3 points of difference, and hopefully we're on top of it.
And then just from Frankie, your side as well, it could be the last game for a legendary eighth man like Dwayne Vermeulen in Bok colours. Has he been a bit of an inspiration for you? And do you take a lot out of what you've seen from him as a player over the years?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I think he's played 70 or 80 caps. I mean, that's no mean feat in itself. But I mean, he's been a world-class player for the last 7-8 years for the Boks. So obviously a guy that I look up to and compare my game to. So yeah, we know he'll probably be one of the best players on the field, being the player of the final in 2019. So don't expect anything less from him than to give his everything.
Thanks very much.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, colleagues, and appreciate your patience. Coach Ricky, Franks, enjoy the session today and all the best for Saturday.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thanks a
thanks
lot.
guys. Bye.
Thanks, guys. Thank
Cheers.
you.
Thanks. Bye.
Cheers.